Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another Rainbow Six Siege video. Today I'm going to give you all some simple tips for the noobs. And now when I say noob, I don't mean a player that is just bad, because usually the term noob is used negatively. I mean a player that is like new to the game, as in not played very much Siege. I'm speaking to those people that got it for their birthday or for Christmas, those types. Also, if you enjoyed this video and you want more of these types of videos and stuffs, please like the video and subscribe to the channel. With that out of the way, let's begin. Now, when you first load up Siege as a level 1, you may notice that every operator is locked and you have to play as a recruit for your first few matches. Now, I hear you asking, how do I unlock operators quickly so I can start searching for my main? And main is like the operator you specialize in, the one you're the best with. Well, do you remember situations? Situations are the single player missions you can play from the moment you load up the game, the moment you put it in your disc tray or you load it up on Steam or whatever. Now, these are really easy, help you learn the basic controls of the game, because you're new, you might not know them, and it gives you a ton of renown, which is the currency used to purchase operators. Now, these situations can get you up to 600 renown if you complete all the objectives, a mission. So once you finish all the missions, you should be able to unlock or purchase at least 2 operators per side. Speaking of which, there are some operators that I think are easier to learn and are really fun to play for new players. So they're perfect for you guys. So let's start with the defending side. The first 2 defenders I recommend for new players are Rook and Castle. Rook's special ability is that he can deploy an armor bag, which teammates can use to get some extra protection. They just walk over to it, interact with it, they pick it up, put it on, and they gain slightly more armor, which is good because it keeps you alive. He's easy to learn for new players because all he has to do is deploy his armor bag at the beginning of the round. So as soon as you load in, you just place it down. After that, you're free to do whatever you want. You can reinforce some walls so you can start defending, or you can just run out of the room and start roaming. It's really up to you, and it helps you find what you like more, defending the point or roaming the map. Next, let's discuss Castle and why he is so great for new players. Castle's special ability is that he can put up Kevlar barriers. This means that explosives or 12 melee hits must be used to break them, except for Glaz, who can just shoot through them, but we're not going to talk about him right now. So, the new player starts the round and observes the room. Now, this does take kind of a little small amount of map knowledge, but all you have to do is just find 3 good entry points and put the barriers on them. So it's not too difficult. After you place those barriers up, you can find a good spot to defend, or you can start to roam. Now, I hear you asking, now that I've selected my defending operator, what happens now? Well, you enter what I don't know the actual name of it because it's been a while since I've actually paid attention to like the beginning voice, but I call it the preparation phase. In the preparation phase, the defending team prepares their defenses. Now, this means setting up barricades and reinforcing walls. This also gives some operators time to use their abilities, such as Jaeger, who can place his anti-projectile things down, and Bandit, who can place his shark charges down. Now, just be careful with which walls you reinforce, since you can only reinforce 2 walls. Okay, you only get 2 of them. So be wise. Don't put them in a useless spot or like a room that's far away from the objective. Use them in the objective room. Usually there's 2. Sometimes, depending on you know what I mean. Just use them near the room, and just get ready to defend or leave the objective area and go roam. And when you're roaming, look for the attackers that are breaching and try to kill them before they even get close. This really can help out your team. Now, next, we have the attackers. The 2 I find easiest for new players are Sludge and Fuse. Now, Sludge is easy for new players because the Sledgehammer acts as just a faster, easier breaching tool. Basically, you just need to find a good spot to breach, then swing your hammer, and then you can just go in or shoot through it or whatever. Now, I do recommend trying to coordinate with your team, like really anything in Siege you should try to coordinate with your team, but you really don't have to. And now for Fuse, I recommend that you find a place facing the objective area and deploy your cluster charge. This cluster charge fires 5 mini grenades into the area it's facing, so find a good spot on the ceiling or a wall and unleash your power. Just make sure not to use the charge in a room with a hostage in it, because that can make a lot of your teammates angry if you kill the hostage and lose the round for your team. Or at least use it away from the hostage. Like usually if I see that there's roamers set up in another room, I'll sneak over there and then use the cluster charge and just take out the roamers with it, instead of actually using it in the objective area and risk killing the hostage. Also, watch out where your teammates are, because friendly fire is always turned on in Siege, so no matter what, you will always do damage to teammates. and it would really suck to kill half your team with a cluster charge, because you'll probably lose the round and get kicked from the match and just have lots of curse words aimed at you, which isn't really nice. And now I can hear you asking, now that I've picked my attacking operator, what happens next? Well, you enter what I call the recon phase. Once again, don't know the actual phase for it, the name for it. I just call it the recon phase. I did a little shrug, you guys can't see it, but eh. In this recon phase, the attacking team uses drones to scout out the map. There are two important things to do during this phase. Find the objective and identify the defenders. First, you need to find the objective. Just drive around until you hear the defenders walking or reinforcing. Usually you'll hear some of the defending operators spout some lines of dialogue or whatever. Follow these sounds until you find the correct room. Once you find the objective room, the defenders should be nearby. You need to figure out which operators the defenders picked, because this allows your team to plan out your breach, and since different defenders require different strategies to counter. Near the end of this phase, you need to park your drone in a spot where you can watch the objective. These drones act as a camera for your team, even if they're living or dead, which means that teammates that die early in the round or just get shot can help you from beyond the grave, which is extremely useful, especially if it's a 1v2 or 1v3 situation. Having your teammates be able to tell you where the enemies are at really helps increase your chance of survival and your chances of winning the round. Also, the drones can really help you learn the maps, something that is very important. And finally, to round up this guide, let's talk about map knowledge. Knowing the maps is one of the most, if not the most important thing in Siege. Knowing the maps allows you to predict enemy locations and the best spots to breach. Breaching the right spots can catch your enemies off guard and put you near the objective. And predicting the location of your enemies will make you much more effective at killing the enemy, which helps you win. Also, it helps with navigation. You need to know where to move, where to go, and where to watch for enemies for. So you don't spend half the round wandering around the map aimlessly because you have no idea where to go. That's about it for this guide, video, / whatever. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please consider liking this video and subscribing to the channel for more Rainbow Six Siege content. Also, let me know if this guide was actually helpful, because I make guides on my channel, like literally most of my videos are guides, and it would just be nice to know if I'm actually helping people. So just let me know if you found this helpful, and if you did find it helpful, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. I'm the Battlemoon, and I will see you in the next Siege. Bye.